Hello Misha. The following is an in-development test designed to diagnose the mental disorder known as maladaptive daydreaming. For the purposes of this test, we define daydreaming as fantastical mental images and visual stories/narratives that are not currently part of your life. With fantastical we mean that the content of the experience is remarkable, bizarre, or unrealistic in some way. Examples of this kind of immersive daydreams that can be included would be hanging out with a favorite celebrity, winning a gold medal in the Olympics, unless you are an Olympic-level athlete, having a romantic affair with an attractive coworker who isn't interested in you, living in a parallel fantasy world, imagining violent, scary, or tragic events that had never happened to you, engaging in heroic or rescue actions, etc. Any daydreams involving fictional characters or plots should also be included. In contrast, we are not interested in mind-wandering such as any thought or image that is unrelated to the task you are currently doing or your current surroundings. Examples of mind-wandering would be while listening to a lecture you are thinking about or imagining what to eat for dinner later, planning for future activities such as mentally preparing for a meeting with your boss, or thinking about your mental to-do list. While driving in traffic you reminisce about some old friend you have not seen for a while, or while reading a book you think about being upset over something that happened to you and is unrelated to the book. We will now begin the test. Part A. Please indicate if any of the following applies to you. Question 1. During the last 6 months have you experienced a fantasy activity that is vivid and fanciful?
Yes.
Question 2. If yes, has this fantasy activity been persistent or recurrent?
Yes.
Part B. Please indicate if any of the following applies to you. Question 1. While daydreaming, have you experienced an intense sense of immersion, being completely absorbed, that includes visual, auditory, or affective properties?
Yes.
Question 2. Is your daydreaming triggered, maintained, or enhanced with exposure to music?
Yes.
Question 3. Is your daydreaming triggered, maintained, or enhanced with exposure to repetitive movement, such as pacing, rocking, hand movements?
Yes.
Question 4. Do you often daydream when feeling distressed or bored?
Yes.
Question 5. Does the length or intensity of your daydreaming increase in the absence of others?
No.
Question 6. Are you annoyed when you are unable to daydream or when your daydreaming is interrupted, curbed?
Yes.
Question 7. Would you rather daydream than engage in daily chores, social, academic or professional activities?
Yes.
Question 8. Have you made repeated unsuccessful efforts to control or stop your daydreaming?
No.
Part C. Question 1. Does your daydreaming cause significant distress or does it impair your social, academic, occupational, or other important areas of functioning?
No.
Part D. Question 1. Indicate if the disturbance is not better explained by autism spectrum disorders, attention deficit/hyperactivity disorder, dementia, schizophrenia spectrum disorders, bipolar disorder, obsessive-compulsive and related disorders, dissociative identity disorder, substance-related and addictive disorders, an organic disorder or medical condition. The test has concluded.